hardest thing we do all night is get them in here. I know. Next year. Almost there. Good evening. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome all the families and students here this evening. If the hardest thing we do is get them to process in tonight, we're doing good. So, wow, we have so many students joining us, 159 students tonight being inducted into Conestoga's chapter of National Honor Society. That is the highest number that we've had to date, and what an accomplishment. So I want to take a moment and just say congratulations to the students and recognize all the hard work that you've done to get to this point. You were selected, as you know, on 4 pillars, and those are scholarship, character, leadership, and service. And as students that are selected for this, I want you to know that we see you as leaders and role models for the student body at Conestoga. It is no small task to be seated here tonight and to receive the invitation to be a member into this distinct group. So we celebrate you tonight, we induct you tonight, but we also congratulate you on hard work, and we also charge you with continuing to uphold those pillars as you continue through in your years at Conestoga. So before we begin, I want to thank a few folks. Seated tonight on stage, we have our officers of National Honor Society who will be taking over the program very shortly. I want to thank them. I want to thank our advisor, Mrs. McMenamin, for her leadership, and also to the National Honor Society Council for the work that they've done through the selection process, and to the lights and sound, to Mike and Noah up there in the booth. Thank you so much. And at this time, I would like to introduce our president to come forward and begin our ceremony. Thank you so much. Congratulations and enjoy the evening.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Casey, and I am the president of Conestoga's National Honor Society. This organization takes pride in recognizing the deserving few students nationwide who have demonstrated efforts to go above and beyond. The National Honor Society is built on 4 pillars that not only embody a well-rounded student, but a well-rounded person. These contain character, scholarship, service, and leadership. My fellow executive members will discuss the rest, but I'm here to talk about leadership. Now, leadership is interesting. Often the responsibility conjures grand images of kings leading charges on noble steeds or a leader coaxing their people through hard times. But in its rawest form, I find it to be much simpler than that. What I found is leadership is essentially guided collaboration. Now, I say guided because no one can be forced to follow another. It simply isn't effective. Both sides begin to resent one another and nothing gets accomplished. Guidance exists, but it isn't forced upon anyone. It's up to the guided to make the most of it. I say collaboration because no one person is the end-all be-all. It provides everyone involved an opportunity to learn, but also teach. It is up to the leaders to suggest, but also yield when necessary, and vice versa, the questioners should listen, but also advocate their own logic. This partnership is important to acknowledge, as true leaders are not overbearing commanders who impose their will, and productive followers do not act in blind faith of leadership. A leader doesn't know how to lead if they don't know who they're leading, and nobody wants to be led by someone they don't know. As one of many leaders in NHS, I find myself tutoring students in school, coordinating service in the community, and organizing communication amongst this group. While these are tasks of a leader, I often exist on the opposite end of the spectrum as well. I learn things when I tutor students that I missed in the past. When I volunteer, I'm at someone else's disposal. This is their cause, and I'm there to help. I'm an open line of communication in this group. If people have any ideas for how things can be run smoother, I'm all ears. Without exceptions, there's a time to lead and a time to follow. I'd like to say congratulations to you all for this great achievement, and I look forward to a year of guided collaboration amongst us all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Georgia Steigerwald, and I'm your treasurer. Action. Service is action. Service is putting into action the qualities that have brought you here today. Your scholarship, your leadership, your character. The qualities that make you, you. Over the past 5 months, I've been working on a campaign, and the question I've been asked most frequently is why? Why spend your weekends at an office, your afternoons knocking doors in the rain, your evenings making phone calls? Because service affords us the opportunity to engage with others, to pursue our passions, to bring people together. Service is rarely done in isolation. Typically, it brings us together with people we've never met before. We hear their stories and we share our own. We listen to each other, and we learn new things through those connections. Here at Conestoga, you'll find service in the Achievement Center. Many of you will soon become peer tutors, and you'll find that the sessions you have with students are an invaluable resource for them. The face-to-face interactions you share will bond you, and it'll show you what it means to be human. It's why we spend our time in service of others rather than in bed watching Netflix. As you go forward, you'll also find that service isn't just self-sacrifice. It's also fun, especially when you're doing something you love. Service can be interesting and important, and I urge you to serve in a way that's interesting to you. Not only that, but service is so much more. Service can be done through volunteering with rescue dogs and foster kittens, visiting second-grade classrooms, bring a smile to the face of someone who needs it. And service can teach you valuable life lessons that you'll carry with you as you pursue a career in any field. And above all else, service brings us together. Take the stage behind these curtains. Next week, we'll be putting on a play, and hopefully many of you will see the actors as they amazingly perform the play next week. But you might also notice the set, the sound, the lights, the paint, the props, the costumes, the hair, and the makeup. They work in tandem to bring the show to life. When we take individual puzzle pieces and fit them together, we can create something truly exceptional. Service is something you can do every day, whether it be big or small. Even the tiniest acts can show others that we care and can show you the impact you can have. Everything you do can matter. And as we say, actions speak louder than words. What will yours say about you?
Hi, I'm Everly Case, and I'm your secretary. Character is achieved, not received. It is the product of striving to make the right choices, and someone with a good character shows great promise. It's the defining feature of our personality and the force that distinguishes us as individuals. Each person can represent who they are through their outward actions. What's meaningful about our actions and decisions are that they allow us to earn respect from others and from ourselves. And our character is what gives us the ability to make the right choice, the choice that benefits not only ourselves but others as well. This group of inductees are people of character who demonstrate honorable qualities such as reliability, honesty, sincerity, and integrity. Out of the 4 pillars, character is the one that leads us to greatness, and the remaining 3 rely on it. One wouldn't be able to uphold the other pillars without character. Being a good leader involves cooperation and understanding. Service requires one to be selfless and have a desire to make a change, and scholarship can only be achieved by someone who is honest and sincere. This new group of members will use their good nature in their service and uphold good morals in their membership. A good character is commendable, and you as inductees should recognize the greatness you possess, and you should take pride in the respect for others and for yourself that comes along with it. Be proud of the perseverance you have exhibited and the determination you have accomplished. Inductees, we welcome you all to Conestoga High School's chapter of the National Honor Society. We can't wait to see what you all will accomplish this year.
Good evening. My name is Avery Maslowski, and I am the Vice President of the Conestoga High School chapter of the National Honor Society. Just 1 year ago, I sat where you are. In that same auditorium chair, my body jerked with nerves. For years, the Honor Society seemed unattainable. That yes, I was working hard, but so were my 524 other classmates. Yet there I sat on induction night, on the edge of my seat, about to embark on an unpredictable journey. But something still pulled on my anxiety. I continued to question myself. What made me cut out for the Honor Society? What made me a scholar? It took time to personally answer those questions. Therefore, tonight, I hope to answer them for you, because each of you sitting in the audience exemplify the clear qualities of a scholar. Scholarship means a commitment to learning, the willingness to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. The trait of scholarship within the society goes far beyond what the Webster Dictionary defines as a person who has done advanced study in a specialized field, and it's not limited to the page of a textbook or to the percentage on Schoology. To be a scholar is to have a drive for curiosity, to want to find meaning in the world. Scholars vary in their interests, but work simultaneously towards the same goal of seeking how the world outside of the school halls connects to the work completed in the classroom. It is said that knowledge is one of the greatest elements of life, but we students have found that it can only be acquired through diligence and effort. Therefore, I must attest to you that while yes, you've made it to induction tonight, your work as a scholar has only begun. But for tonight, you are excellent students. You accept that the purpose of school is to gain knowledge for the sake of possessing knowledge. You don't always know where that knowledge will take you, but you know it is essential in writing your future. Tomorrow, perhaps you will be the next Albert Einstein. Perhaps you'll become Aristotle. Or perhaps you'll fill my shoes and write the next version of this speech next year. Nonetheless, your induction into the National Honor Society this evening is a testament to your hard work, to your dedication, and to your pursuit of scholarship, and it just as well is the start to your future. Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, Avery. The National Honor Society of Secondary Schools was established in 1921 by the National Association of Secondary School Principals to recognize and encourage scholastically outstanding high school students. Its founders wanted to form a society modeled after Phi Beta Kappa, the undergraduate collegiate honor society. As new inductees, your presence here tonight represents a continuation of this great tradition. It represents one more stepping stone in a series of many that will lead to your ultimate success. As part of this tradition, you will be asked to take the Honor Society Pledge like all those before you. So at this time, If you will please rise. Raise your right hand and repeat after me as I read through the pledge with you. I state your name. Good job. Pledge to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will strive to maintain and encourage high standards of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Congratulations, you may be seated.
And tonight's inductees are Chase Adler, Faith Albertson, Jamie Alexander, Sandra Ann, Divya Ersapan, Umar Arib, Alex Ofiro, Zoe Balk, William Ballard, Kemp Bassett, Caitlin Blazinski, Sophia Bolton, Sabrina Borney, Olivia Brake, Lara Briggs, Hayden Brown, Luis Brunel, Andrew Bucko, Graham Bucko, Amy Buttonbaum, Brian Carlson, Jane Castleman, John Castleman, Cameron Celebuski. Ian Charles. Rohit Chatterjee. Ashley Chen. Eileen Chen. Sherry Chen. Tokshil Chidaluru. Allison Cho. Brian Christner. Shayna Chung. Emma Clark. Kelly Cooper. Callista Courtney. Joseph Seipel. Shiva Dahagam. Henry Dannon. Paige Deasy. Taylor Deasy. Mihir Damankar. Maya Djurjevic. Matthew Doble. Katie Donahue. Catherine Dudreer. Valerie Duffy. Jennifer Ealer. Max Empoletti. Cameron Evitz. Matthew Fan. Emily Ford. Jessica Franson.
Pranav Garamidi. Margaret Gosnier. Christina Green. Claire Guo. Terry Guo. Monisha Gupta. Matthew Gusdorf. Samuel Haynes. Jack Hamilton. Ryan Harris. Louise Hay. Tiffany He. Autumn Hill. Lauren Hino. Annie Hirschman. Brandon Huang. Daniel Huang. Joseph Ibarra. James Infortuna. Grace and Sarah. Esther Jacob. Aaron Jennings. Ryan Jones. Chris Chung. Percy Kaler. Andrew Kent. Dawson Keys. Audrey Kim. Isaac Kim. Minju Kim. William Kling. Arj Kumar. Ryan Lake. Justin LeBeau. Benjamin Lee. Robert Lee. Shandia Lewis Booker. Jennifer Lee. Patrick Lee. Richard Lee. Connor Loftus. Emily Lortz. Grace Madeira. Vivan Matab. Grace Mannion. Konstantin Markovich. Deacon Mayock. Shrey Marotra. Joseph Malonic. Jennifer Miller. Robert Mida. Sheetra Mulavalisa. Luca Mossman. Neil Muglamarth.
David Newbig. Jessica Niemeyer. Delia O'Brien. Catalina Orozco Ramirez. Dylan Ott. Abhi Pandi. Prasida Parsarthi. Jaden Pasquale. Xavier Picone. Elisa Ponte. Michael Prestapino. Dia Ravanuthala. Laura Ray. Madison Red. Sophia Reeder. Drew Ritter. Katie Ritter. Spencer Rosado. Sanjana Sanghani. Isabel Scavilla. Vanessa Schaefer. Kavish Santhakumar. Emily Simard. Michael Stanitz. Nathan Stein. Grace Studnick. Amelia Tebow. Finian Thompson. Eleanor Van Reenen. Maha Vijayakrishnan. Tien Vu. Anki Wang. Mark Wang. Ava Webster. David Wager. Sydney White. Anissa Williams. Megan Wolf. Kevin Wu. Charles Worth. Andrew Siu. Younga Siu. Matthew Shu. Melinda Shu. Nathan Shu. Richard Yang. Tianbo Yang. Hanson Yi. William Yoakum. Jalen Zantua. Jordan Zelikoff. Chloe Ziegler. One big round of applause for all of our inductees. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Richard Gusick, our superintendent.
Thank you. I am honored to congratulate you on your accomplishment. You are among the highest achieving students in the best high school in the state and one of the best schools in the nation. Please join me in thanking your parents, teachers, support staff, administrators, board members, and community members for supporting your path to success. But mostly the success is yours. You've earned it. Enjoy this moment. This evening, I present the charge of the National Honor Society. We've heard eloquent descriptions of the 4 pillars that form the foundation of the core values of National Honor Society: scholarship, character, leadership, and service. You're here because you demonstrate these qualities in large ways. But as we've heard from some of your colleagues tonight, your classmates tonight, it is also important to carry out these responsibilities regularly in small ways. Meeting the GPA requirement for an NHS shows scholarship in a large way. But by being self-directed in one's own learning, identifying new questions that are personally important, becoming passionate about a particular discipline or area of study, they all show scholarship in a less splashy way, but are all equally important to lifelong learning. Starting a school-wide character initiative may demonstrate character on a large scale. but standing up for others when your support is needed the most, reflecting on the ethics of your own decisions are more personal but equally important manifestations of character. Being a class officer, a sports team captain, or a club president are very public displays of leadership, but informal leadership matters as well, whether it means working behind the scenes to advance the work of an organization or by being the one student in a class group project who becomes the engine that mobilizes the rest of the team to complete the job. There are many public and prominent examples of service, but helping a neighbor who's less able to rake their leaves or cleaning up a public area when it's not part of an organized activity also serve the greater community. There are countless ways to advance the 4 pillars that are generally not recognized. Small decisions that collectively have a big impact on those around us. When we consciously act in certain small ways over and over again by choice, when no one is looking, these actions become automatic or unconscious. They become who we are. And you're recognized tonight for doing well. The charge of National Honor Society is also to do good. Once again, congratulations on your achievement. It's my pleasure to introduce the president of the TE School Board, Scott Dorsey.
Good evening. It is my pleasure, first, to be here in this great moment. As a child and as a student, the closest that I ever got to a National Honor Society is that I was mandated by the disciplinarian to come. So this is an honor for me to be here and want to be here. And so tonight I come first thanking our community, our administrators, our teachers, our board members, and asking all of our students to stand up and salute your parents and family. Could you do that for me? Let us salute our families. We're not in this by ourselves. Let's give our families a hand tonight. You may now sit down. I apologize. I'm a Baptist minister, so I like to make people move around and say amen quite a few times. But tonight is a special night for all of us. As I was traveling down the boulevard through the turnpike and having a discussion with myself and saying a few words that I wouldn't necessarily say tonight. But what came to my mind as you look at this great award, something that I tell my children every day, and that is, too much is given, much is required. Too much is given, much is required. This is a wonderful award. It's more than a resume builder. It's more than an extra tassel to have at graduation. It comes with a significant statement, because as you look, it certainly states that you are truly an achiever in academics, in service, and leadership, but the word that sticks out to me tonight is character. Character is something that is important to us all, because at the end of the day, you can be a brilliant person, but some people still wouldn't like you. You can be a great leader, and trust me, you will still have critics. You can have all the great leadership and serve on many boards, but at the end of the day, character is what makes the person. Character. When you're with your friends, you do the right thing. When someone is being bullied, you stick up for that person and you intervene. When someone is being called out for their race or that they're different from you, you stand up for them if nobody else stands up for them. Again, I use the phrase, too much is given, much is required. Tonight is more than just being honored. It's about walking the talk and talking the walk. What you are standing for tonight is something that is great. Being at one of the greatest high schools in the country and in our state, but more importantly, being the leaders of not tomorrow, but now. You can have such a great, great opportunity to make a difference at making this community, this country, a better place. So as I look at you tonight, I am so proud to be part of this community, to see so many of you who have made it to the National Honor Society. I can't say much more other than, again, too much is given. To you tonight, much is required. And so, as you take off your honor gear tonight, remember, wherever you go, you're going to be a National Honor Society Award winner. And people are going to look at you different. Trust me. Wherever I go, people look at me. He's reverend. He's this. But at the end of the day, I'm still a man from Tredyffrin Eastham trying to do the right thing, even when our football team loses. Those are hard. I'm still working on that, but we all have our weaknesses. But today, I say to you, tonight, I say to you, be the best at what you are. But at the end of the day, have character. Do what is right. No matter how smart, no matter how many great opportunities you have to serve, do what is right. Your character is the most important thing you can have. So congratulations, and again, to you, to your families, to administration, teachers, and to all my board members, I thank you, because this is what makes us great. Thank you.
All right, good evening. It's my pleasure as the National Honor Society advisor to congratulate all the 2018 inductees. It's such an accomplishment, so you should be proud of yourself. Parents and guardians, I know this has been a long journey for you as well, and tonight you should also enjoy the pride you're feeling in your children or child. It is truly a remarkable accomplishment considering the hard work over many years that's gone into earning membership into NHS. Students, I look forward to working with you as we serve our school and community. After all, that's what membership is all about, is service, and making sure that we're giving back as well. At this time, I'd like to thank everyone who prepared and participated in this evening's ceremony. Thank you to Dr. Gusick, Dr. Meisinger, Reverend Dorsey, and our administrative team. Also, a big thank you to Noah Austin and Mike Starner for providing sound and lights, our custodial team, or staff as well, for helping to set up for this evening, Ms. Gretchen Barkman and Susan O'Keefe for helping with tonight's program, and also to all of our current NHS members who came out tonight to welcome and congratulate our new members. And last but not least, our officers for their leadership. It's only been a couple of months so far, and I'm already impressed and inspired by the large role that they're taking in NHS this year. You're in good hands. So if you will, just please join us for some light refreshments in the main lobby, and thank you all for coming out tonight.